get to the last one there, you know, flying up the hill and doing a burnout or something. So, yeah, no, it's great. It's rough shoulder.
Yeah, in that blue one.
Well, as ever, it's wonderful to have you here. We look forward to seeing you next year.
Well done, Jenny, with John McGuinness. That was always going to have a comedy ending, wasn't it? Brilliant. Right, let's talk supercars and actually let's talk hypercars, Matt. Good afternoon. You've been getting Chiron, brand new, even faster, more exclusive and luxurious than the last one. Yeah, it's more than a hypercar, isn't it? It is. We need to be working with that. Okay, what shall we have? I don't know. What's this hypermarket? There's nothing bigger than that there at the moment. No, we'll have to come up with something. Yes, it's because the very one was launched on 1500 when that's launched next year, and it's pushing up a top speed of 270 miles an hour. Where? Well, that's the problem. You could probably only do it really they've got the Agera 1, which has 1360 horsepower and weighs 1360 kilos. The way that looks like, that's more impressive to me than the horse. Even, yeah, that's got to be sort of F1 technology with a windscreen, hasn't it? Yeah, a lot of it is. F1 to road cars so much anymore. Manufacturers' GT racing programs, I think, arguably help road cars more than single cities these days. The tech that features on this will feature down to Ferrari's road cars and in the future. Amazing, yeah. In terms of hybrid engines, of course it went the other way. Road cars well yeah. Although the road car electric motors tend to be a little bit bigger. If you look at the electric motor, the Curves motor on an F1 car, the motor just find about 5 inches, but the Aston Martin DB11, the all-new hand-built British sports car. Absolutely, real resurgence under the stewardship of Andy Palmer at Aston Martin. The DB11 is the first fruit of that. They are going to proper full model every year and a bunch of specials in between. Everybody at Aston, when you talk to them, is exhausted, but really enthusiastic about what's happening. Yeah, and it retains the family resemblance, but actually makes it look significantly different to a DB9, and in future Astons will look notably different from each other. If there was a resemblance in the past, Andy Palmer has realised that, and is broadening the remit of all the cars up to and including an SUV. Yeah, Lamborghini Huracan on the Cortex the LB610. Or it is, that is the Spider. Similar underneath to Audi's R8 V10 Plus, which is also coming out there for the drive. I suppose as you can hear, is it doubted to Malcolm. It's got a fabulous throttle response. It's a terrific engine. Fantastic. And Huracan bend off the famous hence the bullet on the badge. Yeah. Perfect. So lots of great cars. A couple of Porsches coming off the line. A new Audi R. We've got amazing cars from Lexus as well. That's the car that stars in the shootout. That's the Turbo S. It is, yeah. Yesterday's shootout. This was yesterday, wasn't it? It really favours the four-wheel drive traction of the 911 engines at the back as well, which really helps it off the line. Yeah, and that was quickest by a couple of seconds, wasn't it, yesterday? Yeah, with Paul Rees, who races the 911, of course, in the Carrera Cup GB. Audi on the grass. We'll see that maybe on our screens in a moment as we watch the Porsche 911 Turbo S come through the wall. Here's the Audi. He's got it back under control. Good. The V10 Plus. What makes that different from your more standard R8 V10? Well, it's got a bit of extra. It's got a bit of extra payload weight. It makes more than 600 horsepower. So it is a seriously fun. You can could argue whether it is the Lamborghini engine or the Audi engine, depending on who you talk to, but it is a phenomenal engine and a really fine handling car. Is it still appropriate, do you think, in these times of trying to reduce weight, trying to reduce emissions, trying to reduce costs? Well, you want that, but I don't think it's going to change. And every engineer I talk to about it, they say, yeah, but every time. Oh, crikey, I think every time you plan for you also want A, less weight, and B, a bit more power as well, because it helps keep cars more desirable. And you'd be a brave person who said, we're going to launch a supercar, the next one will have less power and be slower than the one that we built. It's a fabulous car, isn't it? It's carbon fibre construction, naturally aspirated V10. Just not something that Lexus has done. It's just not a car that you expect to come from them, but it's exquisite. Safely through the wall and up towards the last series of right and left hand sweepers. Is that a singer? It is, yeah. That is to get it singer. But they are, I made around this yesterday, it's just such a beautiful piece of kit. It takes a Porsche 911 964 generation, and the good Porsche launched in 1994. Look like an older car than it is. Singers don't do it easily. It's got all carbon composite bodywork. They redo the engine, but there's barely anything left of the original car, but they're just beautifully put together. So retro look with modern bits. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. They're just super introduced carbon ceramic discs and everything. It's real, real cutting edge stuff. It's just fabulous. Love it. I'm going to get one tomorrow. Not really, obviously. BMW M4 GTS. That's a really fast yeah, very much. Does for the M4 kind of what the GT3 does for the Porsche 911. It's lighter, more powerful. Making too many of them. It's a really track-focused piece of kit. This thing, standing piece of kit, the Rolls-Royce Wraith, the black badge. Yeah, amazing. In fact, yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, Law was, Justin's one of the fastest guys around, and a previous winner. Knows his way up there, but crikey, that's a big old thing to steer up here. Yeah, it's a massive thing. I mean, he has a 6-litre V12 making more than 60 brake, which is the market. So when it does weigh more than 2 tons, you can get it up here quicker than a lot of the sports cars during the shootout yesterday. I think I recognised Justin's lid again, actually, through the open window. That's Justin Law, who sadly didn't take part in the shootout in the Bud Light. It's a Jaguar V12. There was a problem with that car, so it didn't come out and play. Bill Shepherd's come out to play in the Mustang. That's quite a cheeky one, isn't it? It is, yeah, it is. The Mustang is lovely in its own right and powerful in its own right. But this one, for the Shelby America version, have tweaked it up to 850 horsepower. And you can imagine with the kind of traction that a Mustang does or does not have, that will be quite a wild ride, I think. Yeah, there's nothing sensible like four-wheel drive or... No, not at all. Which is phenomenal for lock the front, yeah, sit there and spinning the rear wheel, yeah, shredding a set of rears in 10 seconds, lovely. Series of Honda NSXs. We've got Mark 1, Mark 1.5, yeah, and Mark 2. Yes, exactly. The red one is the early one, still got the pop-up headlights. The orange one is actually not that far from a really feels even today like a really contemporary sports car. Visibility is great, the engine is fabulous, great gearbox, great steering and handling. You just get in it today and think, yeah, this car started out like in the early 1920s. Amazing, the concept's 25 years old here. Evan Seller tested and developed the first one. He did in 1990. Wonderful. McLaren are here in force. Yeah, it is, yeah. That's the 570S Sprint, which was launched here this weekend. And it takes a lot of the lessons from the GT3 race car and applied it to the race car. Yes, it's much larger, much more powerful. Yes, I'm quite excited about that. Yeah, there on the screen, the naughtiest McLaren automotive product of all, the P1 GTR with the James Hunt Wellington College colours. Yeah, the GTR, but the P1 was fast enough, but it's a road and track car. But the GTR was everything but made it road. And then, with the car in the shootout we've just seen, is Lanzante's take on that to turn it back to where it is. Okay. But this one, very much not road leader. The Ferrari FXS program where they'll take it to a track for you. Yeah, if you want to. I think if you do want to, you can have it at home and stick it in your lounge and look at it, or look after it yourself. But yes, they will look after it, and they will look after you and improve you, and take you can go around the world driving it in fabulous places. Just saw a KTM crossover in the roof. Yes, unusual on that. Bike makers first and foremost. They launched the Crossbow probably 7 or 8 years ago. The track derived, that is the VAT Mono, yeah, and that's about as selfish as supercar ownership can get. Yeah, I think so. Only get one person, yeah, just for you only. To go to the pub. But yeah, it's for all intents and purposes a single seater with some bodywork. It's double wishbones front and rear, mid-mounted longitudinal engine with a sequential gearbox behind that, and it just feels like a racing car, but drives a bit like a road car, racing car hybrid. Yeah, Czechoslovakian Praga there. He stopped to do a bit of another cheeky getaway for us. It's quick, isn't it? Yeah. What's engine's that got in it? Praga has a Praga haven't made a car for 68 years, but they do have quite a lot of heritage in karting and aerospace, both of which lend themselves to making a sports car like that. You forget, yeah, it's the same Praga, isn't it? It's made all those yes, on the back. Yeah, me too. Yeah, and that's been driven by Nicky Coulter all weekend, and it's going very quick all weekend. Yeah, the Atom's 3.5. Oh, it's not a 3.5 litre engine, is it? No, exactly. Step. Yes, exactly. Yeah, they launched the Atom, then the Atom 2, then the Atom 3, and they tend to use where they put a new engine type in it. At the moment, it has the old Honda Civic Type R 2-litre engine, which they've attached a supercharger to. Conservatively, they claim about 315 horsepower, but it's more like. Right, that's better, the overall shootout. Yeah, and just dry conditions. Visually, that looks as quick as anything that's gone up there. Yeah, doesn't it just? Yeah, it doesn't it just? In dry conditions, that has to be unbelievably fast. It also has a sequential gearbox, and that's about 311 horsepower. It's, that would be seriously fast, I think. Yeah. Saw that very naughty Camaro there. Not the Vauxhall Blue, that's coming in a minute. That's the Camaro, leaving a load of smoke down at the start. Yeah, Camaro ZL1. Yeah, another car that you can pull very big burnouts in very, very easily. It's not quite the fullback Z06, but it is an interesting car, a bit more power than the standard. And because we were talking about emissions and fuel consumption and so on, it has become a relatively 10-speed before 20 years old. 10 speed. Not that its entire time changing. You would think so, wouldn't you? And an engine like that, you need about 3. You do quite, so the Camaro flashes across the line. Oh, that's the rather special Mazda, isn't it? Which is with no roof. Indeed, yeah, that is a concept car that was made for the SEMA show, the MX-5 Speedster, being driven by Mazda's former Harley Racing driver, Owen Mildenhall. We both go quiet. Every time we hear some brakes, I don't like that squirrely, squeaky sort of locked brake noise past the window. No, but then the MX-5 Speedster's an interesting car. Just came over from Mazda North America. They put some sensible tyres on it because it arrived on its show tyres, which are sort of handcuffed into the front. It's a car. The MX-5 is a terrific sports car, which is why they sold more than 1 million of them since it arrived in the late 80s. Sorry. That's Charlie Butler Henderson, mini racing champion of 2015 in just about the most trick mini you can drive on the road now. Yeah, halfway between the John Cooper Works and the race car that Charlie is so successful in. So it is the most powerful, or the fastest, certainly front-wheel drive mini they've ever made, and it's a terrific thing. Limited run, about 230 horsepower, should be really good fun. And front-wheel drive again, front-wheel drive. front-wheel drive cars are always power now. They've got such trick diffs and such trick suspension that you can harness high levels of power through the front wheels like you never could.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a time, I mean, I remember when people said that 200 horsepower was as much as you would want to get from a front-wheel drive car. Now that's gone to 300 easily. And the last Ford Focus RS 500 version had 350. I mean, that's an inordinate amount of output through the front wheel. It's no surprise that most of the mega hot hatches have been four-wheel drive. But with, as you say, the trick dips, the trick suspension, trick electronics, you really can put a lot of power through the front wheels if you want to.
Focus RS 500, yeah. Set of the fronts for each journey.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, turning trailer, fire, exactly.
Yeah, we ran a stand.
12,000 miles through 3 sets of front tyres. That's very, very irresponsible.
Bristol is a name to conjure with from the past, of course, and they're back. They are.
Yeah, this car will see it probably without this quite conditionally. We'll see that probably about September, and production will start next January. They're not going to make very many, but it is powered by a BMW 4.8 litre V8 engine, and it's it's a two-seat roadster, very much control, and that speed of windscreen is how it's going to ride. It won't get a proper windscreen, big windscreen wipers. It will just be a lovely thing, I think.
So what's the thinking behind showing off the car, but not really showing it off?
Well,
what do they not want us to see?
Well, I think it's not ready to be seen in its full finished form, but they want to get some interest in the teaser as well. I think basically we'll see that a bit more and more actually. We're seeing car manufacturers release teasers of things before they're ready to unveil the whole thing. Sometimes they're reluctant to because they think it will steal sales of what they're selling at the minute, but of course with Bristol that isn't a problem.
A couple of very trick AMG Mercs. One of them made it across the line and the other one about to follow suit.
Yeah, the C63 coupe, they just there with the grey one, and they do sound terrific AMGs. They can move down from the big 6.2 smaller liter of 1.5 PS. They use turbos, but they still, although in a lot of cases turbos